Okay. So the first test script we need to write. So maybe if you want, you can delete this. Uh, Otherwise, if you want, you can keep it. So I want to create a new file. So always remember your test name spec.js you have to put. At the end you have to put spec files, we call all these things, all the test files. So you have to give your file name dot spec dot js extension you have to write. So just can you see here new file. So this you can just click on this and you see and open cart. I'll just put open cart is dot spec dot js. Okay, just write that.
Is there
So you
any
can give,
naming conventions, sir?
sorry.
Is there any naming conventions we need to follow for the
Yeah,
file name?
so that's what I told you. You can give a name dot spec dot js. This is the mandatory. At the end you should have dot spec dot js is a mandatory.
I mean, capital letters, small letters like that.
No, yes, it will accept all lowercase on general. You can give any name, no problem.
Oh,
So JavaScript doesn't worry about that, but generally people will give all lowercase only. You can give upper lowercase, not an issue. So the first step is you have to import this node modules. Inside you have a playwright test, right? So that you need to import. There are a lot of packages. We don't need all of them. So you need to import this playwright test. So that's the first thing. How you will import? There are so many ways, but yeah, one way I will tell. So first write require and inside that require, so you just write a simple line that no, this playwright test you write. So within single quotes, see, you can just write playwright test and this, but what you want to use in this, so what packages you want to use. So I can write constant, you can put equal to, and just inside this you can mention test and expect. So you can put test and expect, you can use that. So this one, like curly bracket you have to use here, not that one. So curly bracket inside you write this test and expect. So you can write these things. You don't need this, only one is enough. Okay, so the variable, the constant, so you are specifying, either there are three types of variables are there in the JavaScript. One is constant, let, var. So any of these things you can, constant means the value cannot be changed, right? So that's the constant. So var and let is the variable value will change. So like in the final in Java, right, the final kind of thing is a constant, const, const, const. So let, var, anything you can use, but I generally people will use const. So I don't want to change this, that's why I'm using that. The test and expect, so test is used to create the test case and expect is used to do a validations. Expect is used to do a validations. So that purpose you will use this test and expect two packages we are importing that. So this is the import. You can use another way, import also, so that I'll tell you that later. So first learn require here is just importing this playwright test package. From that we are using test and expect, two things. Then the first thing is a test block. You write a test block as of now. Just write the test block. See, test, you can write the title and then body, string body, right? So the body, I will tell you all what you, so the test block is used to create the test case. This will recognize by your playwright. So this is one of the test case, right? So I'll write open cart home page title. So maybe you can write verify open cart home page title. You can put a single quotes also or double quotes. It's up to you. So both are considered as a string only. So then another thing is, so you have to write a asynchronous function here. The function, so you write this one first. Okay, write that first. In the in this inside, you have to put a promise. You have to write one promise, that is pays promise we have to write, and that pays promise has to wait. So you'll write async function. You have to write outside of this parenthesis. So I'll tell you what is async, and there is one more await also will come. I'll tell you that. So then put a arrow mark, arrow function. This is called arrow function, curly bracket, press enter key. Okay. Is this clear? First, a title of the your test, then one async function we are writing, arrow function. So the arrow function is, so inside you write a page. So what is this page? And I'll explain this. Basically like our driver in the Selenium, right? That's what this page reference.
Ramesh, can you please increase font size little bit?
Font size.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let me see where we can increase.
So we can increase, if you observe bottom, there is the setting symbol. Left side bottom, settings icon. Settings icon, down.
Last one,
Okay,
Ramesh.
okay. Here.
There will be themes, settings. If you go top, there will be a settings.
Again settings, huh?
Above themes, there is a settings.
Okay.
There will be a font size.
Text editor, maybe font. Okay.
Here there is a
Already
14.
14 is there. Okay, I'll put a 18. I think 18 is fine.
Yeah, just now navigate to another window, sir. I mean, another tab. We can see. Yeah.
Good, right? We are good now. This is fine, right? More visible now. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Is this clear? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, better, Ramesh. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. So now, first we need to navigate to the URL, right? You need to navigate to the URL. So navigate to the URL. So just write page dot go to. There is a go to method is there. Go to and give that URL. So I'm giving the URL. This is our website URL. I'll just give this one I'm going to give. Okay. So this is the URL I'm giving. But before this, you need to write await. So what is this await? And we'll talk about this. Let me explain first. Basically, JavaScript is a asynchronous programming language. What is mean by asynchronous? And this is a very important concept. Asynchronous programming language means, so all the operations can run independently of the main program flow. So basically, so it allows the program to continue running without waiting for the other lines of code, other operations to complete. It doesn't wait. So basically in the Java code, it's a line by line code execution, right? But this doesn't wait. This asynchronous means, so the program will run this one, this line, this line, this line, all will run independently. So, but in our automation steps, it doesn't work out, right? Like asynchronously, if it running parallelly, independently they are executing each line, it doesn't work out for us, right? Once this completes, then next step we need that. If you want to achieve that in the asynchronous programming concept, so what we are doing, so we are doing some async and await concepts. So first understand what is asynchronous programming advantages. What are the key concepts? So JavaScript can start one operation and continue executing the rest of the code also without waiting for the first one. So it doesn't wait the first statement and the other statements also parallelly executing them. That's a non-blocking execution. It won't block other lines execution. So that automatically it will continue. And also JavaScript uses an event loop to manage all the asynchronous tasks. So it will check first task is completed, next task, it will keep going, and all of them. It doesn't wait for the first task to complete and second task will start, not like that. So that is the main asynchronous programming concepts. So always, asynchronous programming will return a promise. The promise will either fail or complete. It will resolve. So it will resolve the promise, and the promise will be given to this async. Async function or await functions are very important here in this asynchronous programming concepts, because when you are calling back, the promise has to be written. And now this space is, first see that you are calling this space here, but what is this promise is doing is, first this async makes sure this page loads completely, and then this await will await for this to resolve by this page loads, then it will call this one. Basically in the asynchronous programming, you are trying a synchronous actions by using this async and await. Otherwise it doesn't wait. And if you don't write async and await, it doesn't wait because of JavaScript programming concept. JavaScript asynchronous means parallel it will execute all the lines of code. But we are making that, okay, first complete this, return the promise. The promise will return that, async will make sure to return this promise, and then await will await the until this first one completes, and then it will start next one. So in the asynchronous programming, you are making sure that the promise is going to resolve, the result it will give, and then next statement will be executed. So in the async and await are mainly helps you to, so what is this async and await will do is, it will handle the asynchronous operations in synchronized manner. So they enable the test to pause execution until the asynchronous operation. So asynchronous operation is like page loading there now, right? Once page is loaded, then only you can open that. So that kind of actions are completes, it will wait. And these two and helps you each other. If you don't use them, and it's going to be a problem again. because of asynchronous behavior, and it doesn't come in the sync. So the async keyword is declaring a function as asynchronous. And that means, so function will return a promise. This function, this is the function, right? This function will return a promise allowing the use of await. So await will, so it is waiting for this promise to resolve, and then once it is resolved, then await will start executing. So that is this async and await. Async will wait for the promise to resolve, and then once it is resolved, await will wait for that promise completes and then starts this. You are telling, okay, wait until this promise is resolved, and you are telling that. So that is called async and await. So the asynchronous behavior won't come here, but it is making sure synchronization concept. These two commands will help that. So wait for this, and then this promise will resolve, and this async will resolve that promise, and then this await will wait for this to resolve and then executes this line. So that is the main concept, async and await. So what are the advantages? So await, what it will do? Await will use it to pause the execution of the function until the promise is resolved. Until this promise is resolved, await will make sure, so asking to wait for this until this promise is resolved. So why do you need to use async and await in the playwright? Because JavaScript and TypeScript both are same concept. Okay, so these concepts will be there. So if you want to perform any actions like navigating to pages, clicking on element, waiting for a particular condition to return some promises, using this await and async ensure that each action completes before moving on to the next step. So which is crucial for our test flow. If not following that, and it will execute parallelly, right, independently, all the lines, then it doesn't work out in the test flow, right? To make sure that, so to complete the first one and come to this, and this async and await will help us. So that's the main purpose of async and await. So async function, once again repeating that, async function makes sure, so returns a promise enabling the use of await. So await function, so wait for the resolution of a promise. So this await is waiting for this promise to be resolved, proceeding to this next line. So that is the purpose of async and await. The benefits of using these two keywords is, so each action completes before the next step starts. So avoiding race conditions here. So that's the main purpose. And in the order they will run. So another advantage is that in the order they will run. So by using this, every method you are using, that method before you have to use await concept. Okay, clear? Next, so I open, but I want to get the title of the page. How can I get the title of the page? So fetch the page title. So to fetch the page title, so const title equal to and page dot title, page dot title. So title method you need to use. But again, this also you have to write await. Make sure every time you use await. Every method before you have to write await.
Ramesh, can you please share that URL in our chat box?
Okay, okay. But this, if you want to print, just print. The print in the JavaScript you can use console.log. If you want to print, but not necessary here, but you can print page title is comma and just give title. Okay, page title. But I want to verify, right? I don't want no. Oh, I have given here. Otherwise, let me give you page title. Title. Okay, that's a page title, and you can print it. But I need to do verification. So how to do a verification? So you need to use expect, right? There is a expect we did a test now, but you need to do validation purpose. You have to use expect. So you just call expect. I am validating the page title. What is the page title? So your store. How can you get that? You can go to head tag and get the page title here. This is the page title I am verifying. So you can write expect. So expect inside you write a page. So dot to have title. So right, to have title. There is a to have title. It's a direct inbuilt verifications, and you can give this title. So one verification we did, and if you want to do one more, you want to get the URL of the page. So fetch the URL of the page. So const page URL equal to. So again, I wait page dot URL. There is a page dot URL method is there. If you want to print, just use console dot log. So current page URL is URL. Okay. So then you can use no verification, expect. So all validations are important. So validate the URL. So again, expect is dot. So to have URL. There is a to have URL. You can see that bottom side. To have URL, and I'm going to give this URL, right? This URL, the same URL. We are going to give that. I'm just validating where that URL is there. That's it. Okay. So okay. So this is the simple test case we have written. So we'll write one by one later. Don't worry. So we need to understand locators, but simple test case we have written. Then so let's run this test case, or we will just do npx playwright test. Just write that npx playwright test after completing. See what will happen. You can understand. Say running 9 tests using 6 workers. So 9 tests. Why 9 tests? 3 by 3, right? Because 3 by 3 means what? here in the test folder, you have example one and our open card. So example spec has a two tests, and this one has a one test. See, all the tests are passed. See your store, oh, I made some mistake here. The URL page URL. Where is the page URL? I didn't pass the page URL.
I think we didn't save the file.
Oh, okay. I didn't save. Yeah, you save the file. Make sure. But this one is printed. This one is printed. Yeah, make sure you save the file before running. Yeah, we got it right. All the to have. So why it failed? So can anyone tell me? Hmm? Home page title is failed. Say three test cases are failed, right? So you can see here. So we are missing await. So that's what the thing you can see. Await you need to write for every thing. That's what we are missing. Let's write await. Okay. So even so wherever you are using a page, you should write await. Now it will pass. Okay. So even if you miss also, you can just include that. Just run it again. Control C. Just clear the